All right, listen, guys, I get it. 2025 is around the corner and you've yet to accomplish your goals. You haven't gotten back in shape. You haven't made the $1 million that you said you were going to make. You have not become more insightful or learn the language. Regardless of whatever it is that you set out to do, you haven't accomplished it and you're frustrated, you're panicking. But I'm here to tell you, it's okay. Calm down. You'd be like most people. Statistically speaking, most people fall off of their New Year's resolution by February. Even me. There are a bunch of goals that I set out at the beginning of the year that I haven't achieved, some of which I have achieved, but a lot of which I haven't. And it's okay. You're normal. We have to stop this hyper fixation of superhuman beings where everyone's super productive, super disciplined, super intelligent, super budget friendly, and they just know how to make a shit ton of money. That's not the reality for most people on the internet. Oftentimes what you're seeing is a very skewed perception of a small demographic of people. But nonetheless, you're still frustrated and you're asking yourself, where did I go wrong? And I'm here to tell you that the reason why you haven't accomplished your goals today is because you don't understand this simple concept about decision making and about consistency and habits. But if that sounds like something that you're interested in, then stick around. I'm definitely going to be diving into that more on today's video. If you want to lock in for this winter arc and you want to become the best version of yourself, or you want to absolutely change your life this winter, then you need to understand this simple thing when it comes to decision making and when it comes to habits and discipline. Decisions compound, and more often than not, your current reality or your current situation is a result of all of your past decisions, just the consequences and the lead up to everything that you've done prior to that. So for example, early last year for me, I was in a very productive state. I was working out consistently, I was studying consistently, and I still found that I was struggling in life and I couldn't understand why. And I was really frustrated because it felt like I was doing everything right, but I wasn't seeing the fruits of my labor. And it was then I realized that, like the famous quote that you'll hear, the day that you sow the seed, the day you plant the seed is not the day that you eat the fruit. That's not the day that you get to benefit from the decision. So in Layton's terms, the day that you decide to work out or the day that you decide to clean up your diet, eat healthy, that's not the day that you see the benefit of that. That's not the day that you see a healthier gut inside your body. That's not the day that you see your ideal body shape that you get from going to the gym. If you decided today you wanted to learn a language, that same day is not the day where you'll suddenly become fluent. You have to put in the reps, you have to put in countless hours, and then once all of those things have compounded together, you get the outcome of that decision. And so if you're watching this right now and you're asking yourself, okay, well, it's the end of the year, why haven't I reached my goals yet? What did I do wrong? Ask yourself, have you been doing the work necessary? Have you been putting in the reps necessary to get to this specific spot? And have you been doing it enough? And again, with decisions, it's all about compounding. Doing something once or twice, which is where the consistency comes in, it's not going to compound. You have to put in a lot of something, and then when that a lot of something begins to compound, that's when you begin to see the decisions of your labor. So you're not where you want to be, not because of some universal karmic energies that are against you. It's not because of the economy. You have to be honest with yourself, and you have to ask yourself if you've sincerely been putting in the work. It's only when I realized that I was paying the price for all of my past decisions is when I realized that, okay, if I put in the work today and I put in the work for the next few months, I have this understanding that it might not happen right now, but next year should be better. So if we put that in very simple terms, if I decide to start going to the gym today consistently 4 or 5 times a week, I'm not going to see the results of that today. I won't see the results of that tomorrow, and I definitely won't see the results of that next week. But if I keep at it, I'll see the results next year. I'll see the results 1 year from now. If I stick at it for 1 year, I'll see the results. There's no rush. We get online and we attach these superficial timelines that don't exist to very, very difficult goals. And then we get upset when these things are not achieved as fast as they are. I even want to add to that decisions compounding concept that we're discussing. The greater the goal that you're trying to achieve, the more actions need to be compounded in order for you to reach that goal. So if your goal is to completely change your life, become a millionaire, do everything you have to do, gain financial freedom, there's a series of skills that you need to master, and then you need to consistently put in the reps. Those series of skills and habits need to compound in order for you to reach X goal. It's not going to happen by just doing this one thing one time. The greater the goal, the more habits and skills need to compound and the more work that you need to do. That's really what it comes down to. So if this winter arc, you get started right now, don't wait for January 1st. The sooner you get started on this year's winter arc and the sooner you start building up yourself, trying to achieve your ideal version of yourself, the sooner you'll be in a position where you'll actually be able to accomplish said goal, whether that be a fitness goal or whether that be a knowledge-based goal or a financial-based goal. If you start right now and you do it consistently, you'll get there. It might not be this month, it might not be next month, it might not even be the month after that, because you have to let decisions compound. You have to let things lead up. You have to let everything come together. When you do a 4-year degree, when you go to school, those 4 years compound on itself and they build on itself, and you learn skills and you learn concepts that build on itself, where at the end of your 4 years, when you get that degree, you're now qualified to say, I've mastered said discipline, whether that be through a bachelor's of science or a bachelor's of commerce. It's that compounding effect that produces the outcome. When you do your job and you've been at your job for a few years to become an experienced individual and reach a senior level, it's that years of developing that skill that make you qualified to get to that next level, which then qualifies and justifies you for a greater pay. When you have been consistently going to the gym and you've been consistently building your muscles, and all of those collectively, all of those gym days all those hours that you spent in the gym, they come together to be able to make you stronger. This winter arc, if you seriously want to lock in and you seriously want to achieve your goals, forget about trying to achieve your goals on a very quick basis. We developed this perception on the internet that difficult things are easily achievable. They're not. You're looking at a very small demographic of people, and even so, one thing you guys have to understand is you're viewing it through one perspective, one story. You don't have the entire context onto why that happened. Don't compare yourself to the people that you see that are achieving these things in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. The vast majority of people that doesn't happen for, and it's not to say that the vast majority of people cannot find success, but you have to readjust your expectations. So if this winter arc, you want to become your ideal self, your best self, you have to understand that decisions do compound, and that you need time to get things off the ground, and you need time to have those habits form, have those habits build on each other. And then this time next year, you'll be a different Don. That brings us to the end of this video. If that is something that you enjoyed, if you enjoyed this type of content and you like what you saw, like, comment, and subscribe so that I know to keep making these type of videos and join the community that we're building. I just saw today, or time of filming, that we reached 108 subs. So let's keep building the community, and eventually next goal is that 1K mark. You guys know where to find me. Until next time.